For your research writing assistance, please visit www.unitedinnovator.com. For more details, info@unitedinnovator.com. Contact at 91507703117 and 934553448.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today, who is going to talk us about technical paper writing and publishing by Dr. A.V. Krishna Prasad, who is a professor in IT department at MVSR Engineering College, Hyderabad. Thank you for joining us, sir. We can start with your today's presentation. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Harishchandra. Hi, this session is dedicated to prospective authors and prospective writers. Today we are discussing about technical paper writing. That means I'm going to provide some guidelines for better technical paper writing. So in this session I'm going to cover how to choose interested area, how to get ready with data for writing the paper, what is the structure of the paper to writing the paper. It may be the technical paper, a research paper, or poster, or a journal paper, or conference paper. A general format structure is there. That structure we are going to discuss. That structure is introduction to title, introduction to paper, literature survey on that paper. Is there any methodology or technical contributions we created? How to represent those methodologies or technical contributions in that paper. If any results are there, how we are going to visualize those results. What is the better way, best method to show the results and discussions, and creating the comparative tables, comparative reports, and preparing the conclusion and summary and future work. If any acknowledgements are there, that means funding or helping in preparing this paper, or any co-authors or implementers are there. Some of those suggestions also can use as acknowledgements, references, supporting material, plagiarism check, submitting the paper guidelines. So these are the contents we are going to discuss today. Choose your topic. This is most important thing. How to identify the interested topic, interested area. So you required self-check. Self-check in the sense, how to identify the interestingness. Choose any one topic. Try to read that paper. Go through the paper. If you are going to get some interestingness on the topic, like you are getting some energy and going through the new thoughts, then you can find that the topic is interested. Because your interested topic is most important. If you choose interested topic, you can give better judgments, better results, better work. So once you identify the interested topic or any latest trends, it may be a data science or buzzwords like IoT or blockchain technology or Bitcoin, any one technical latest trend also you can choose, or your interested topic. If it is a broad topic, you need to narrow down area, sub-area, subsection. You identify the specific topic. Example, it may be, suppose you choose a data science. In the data science, it's a multidisciplinary subject. You choose a machine learning. In that machine learning, supervised learning, you choose an, or in that again, it may be the supervised and unsupervised learning. Again, you choose an reinforcement learning. That means you broaden the topic, you selected the broad topic, narrow down the topic. Once you narrow down the topic, identify the important focus topic. On that topic, you select important papers, base papers. While collecting the base papers, while choosing the base papers, you may take your friends or your seniors guidance or faculty guidance, faculty help, and go through that papers. Once you got some confidence on that paper, then question yourself before start writing. Are you ready or not?
For your research writing assistance, please visit www.unitedinnovator.com. For more details, info@unitedinnovator.com. Contact at 91507703117 and 934553448.
So, if you are thorough with the concepts, you are thorough with the work, ready to work, that means it's maybe a hot topic or anything. If you are ready to represent your work in new way, new format, new methodology, new way of writing, then you can proceed for publication. Here, whenever you want to try to publish a paper, just you check it. Are you ready to publish? In what format? Just you observe, you check it. Your chosen area, your chosen topic is already published, existing one. If it is existing one, how you are going to represent it? Suppose if it is duplicated and it is society useful information, you can represent the same in different way, different dimension, in different data perspective, no problem, because it's useful. And as per your understanding, as a student, you can represent. As a beginner also, you can represent. If you are an expert, if you choose an existing topic, and if you are trying to work out new methodology, even with that methodology, you can choose a full article paper and you can publish. Here, the article papers, it may be either a full article paper, full length paper, or a short paper, or a review paper, or a mini paper, or a poster. So, type of article also important, choosing the type of article. If it is a new new methodology or your important work is there, go for full article. Substantial comprehensive work is there, go for full article. Or if it is a existing work and you are trying to prepare your study or review on that paper, go for review article. So whatever possible, you choose one type of article. It may be either a short paper or full length paper or review paper. Once chosen with your data and with your paper, next step is you need to identify whether you are going to prepare with MS Word software or by using LaTeX software. Here you can choose for publication guidelines point of view, publication format point of view. You can choose the software tools like MS Word or LaTeX. And format also, this format is based on journal chosen or conference chosen. So once you are ready to write the paper, right, you are ready with your work and interested to write a paper, you need to structure your article. You need to prepare your data in a structured format, So generally, what is the structure you are going to use? Most of the journal papers, most of the technical articles follow the similar structure. The similar structure is title, author's info, abstract, keywords. This is first way of. And second one is introduction, literature survey, methodology, results and discussion. And this is second step. Third step is the conclusion, summary and future work, acknowledgements, references, if any supporting materials, appendix also you can add as a supporting material. This is the structure of this is the structure of paper. The same structure you need to follow for your paper also. So here, once you collect the data and how you start the writing, first step is you need to if it is implementation work, if any results are there, if any figures are designs created, you list out all designs, you list out all results and tabulate results in a structured format, give numbering, give naming to the tables, naming to the figures. You start with that. That is the base, that is the starting point. Because implementation, that is most important, results most important. So once you list out all these things, then how you prepared these articles, how you prepared these tables, for this, what methodology you followed, what are your contributions, that you list out. List out results, discussions. Next step is a conclusion. Next goes to the introduction. Most of the students, most of the beginners start with the title chosen, abstract. From the beginning, they are going to come. Instead of coming from the title, writing the abstract, writing the introduction, go through in this fashion. First, you implement your work, you tabulate, you list out the figures, summarize the data. You prepare this, then go for results, discussions, comparisons, any literature survey. While preparing the literature survey also, base paper, publication name, author name, what are their contributions, research gaps in that paper, findings in that paper, all these you need to list out. So after completion of literature survey, then go for introduction writing. Most of the students, most of the members are writing introduction first. But before introduction, you list out, you complete all this, then go for introduction. After writing the introduction part, go for abstract. Then you specify the list of keywords or title. So what is the use of keywords? Why we are writing the keywords? These keywords are helpful for indexing, Google searching. So suppose you publish a paper, whenever others are searching with the keyword, whatever the keyword you are specifying, that keyword is used for indexing for your paper. So keywords are labels of the manuscript.
For your research writing assistance, please visit www.unitedinnovator.com. For more details, info@unitedinnovator.com. Contact at 91507703117 and 934553468.
And one more thing, while writing the abstract also, you keep it as brief as possible. Simple. What is the aim of your paper? What is the objective of your paper? What material, what methodology used in this paper? What type of results you are expected? What type of results you got? About results, about discussions. So with 2 lines about a objective, 2 lines about material, methodology you used, 2 lines about results. In this way, within 5 to 10 lines, you prepare an abstract. A short, brief abstract is enough. Introduction. This introduction should consist about problem, about your title, about the problem statement, about your methodology, about your approach you followed, and existing solutions and limitations you need to list out. This, after introduction, and literature survey is also an important concept. Literature survey, in that literature survey, what are the base papers, who are the inspirers, who are the motivators to do this work, to work out this paper, to write this paper. About that you specify base papers information. About each author, and title, publication, what their contributions, everything you list out in a literature survey. Then go for methodology. In that methodology, how the problem was studied, motivation behind this, detailed information to allow repetition, identify the equipment and materials used, algorithm used, formulae used, all you represent in a systematic manner. Whatever the results you got, all these results you tabulate. If any pictures are there, with visualize with the pictures, and provide statistical analysis, list out all these results. If any visualizations are there, figures are there, you name the figuring, numbering, and list out the legends, captions. So, whatever the results you got, how you are representing these results, what you expected, whether you got the expected results or not, interpretation of results, compare published results with your own. If any existing work is there, you need to compare with that work and your results. So discussion is most important. So last step is a conclusion. So while writing the conclusion, don't use abstract info. Abstract is related to the about your paper, about your objective, aim of the paper, what methodology used, what is your contributions. Conclusion is related to the summary of your work, conclusion related to the summary of your work, and is there any limitations, are there that limitations, future work possible, those you need to list out in conclusion. And one more thing, you should be in a position, suppose if any reviewer or other author is able to identify, is able to judge your paper, in the sense they are going to use abstract and conclusion. Based on abstract and conclusion, if your paper is understanding, you are in good position, you written good paper. These acknowledgements, if any financial supporting or funding is there for your paper, for your project, that information, if any advisors, proofreaders, typists, if any material providing help any is there, those information you put as acknowledgements. References, these references most important, where you collected this information, what are the base papers used, and with the citations you need to list out all references. And one more thing, while writing the paper, always use present tense. You observe, when quoting published work, refer to it in present tense instead of past tense. Even while describing your work also, we tested, we prepared, we implemented, in this way instead of past. Once you prepare all these things and go through the paper, at least after 24 hours, once again you check it, your entire paper. Proofreading is most important. Even while working, while sleeping, also you need to think of your paper. One night, that means after 24 hours, once again you go through the entire paper, proofreading. Then if it is okay or any revisions are required, again you make revisions, then go for publishing. Even before submitting paper to publish, go through several drafts, several proofreading, several times proofreading, revise. If finally, if it is okay, if it is acceptable to you, then go for submitting. While before submitting also, once again you check it, plagiarism, go through plagiarism. Here sometimes you may use copy and paste it. You collected data from other paper, that you should not use directly. So nowadays, paper publishing without proper citation, without simply copy and pasting is not acceptable. You may be some punishable. You get some punishments also if you copy and paste it. You should not use other work. Suppose if you quote any other work, you need to cite it, you need to refer it. So before submitting, you need to go through the plagiarism check. If any copy paste is there, you need to revise it. 10 to 15% only acceptable. While submitting your paper, you need to prepare a covering letter, because whatever your important work you are trying to publish, you are speaking to the editors, reviewers. So you need to prepare a covering letter with with the important findings, what you prepare, what you identified, what is the novelty of your paper. All this you need to list out. Where to publish? Once you prepare the paper with all this, then next question is publishing. Related to publishing, once again we'll discuss. Generally, publishing, it may be either conference or journal. Even in conferences also, different types of conferences. In journals also, different types of journals are there. How to choose the journals, how to choose a conference, all these matters. Journal metrics are there, conference metrics are there. So for choosing the right journal, you can take some help. Several tools are there. Elsewhere is also one of the publisher. Elsewhere journal you can choose, Elsewhere help you can choose. Based on title, Elsewhere can propose list of journals. In that list of journals also you can choose. In this way, some support, some help is there related to the choosing the journal, choosing the conference. Those things we'll discuss in next review, next video. So minimum basic guidelines you need to follow before sending the paper to the publishers. You need to check formatting guidelines. Basic formatting guidelines are there. Those formatting guidelines are simple. Paper size chosen, indentation, paper formatting, paragraph specifications, justifications, spell check, all these matters. How you are writing the references, alphabetic wise, year wise. First give importance to the books, next book chapters, next articles, next to URLs. In this way, even some hierarchy is there for writing the references also. For writing the citations also, importance is there. So all these things in next journal, next session we'll see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable presentation and the inputs that were presented in the guest lecturer. For receiving regular updates about IFERP guest lecturer, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
For your research writing assistance, please visit www.unitedinnovator.com. For more details, info@unitedinnovator.com. Contact at 9150770317 and 93455344648.